Sometimes, events are so out of the ordinary that all our norms go right out the window. But have you ever noticed how quickly people go back to their scripts? How the same old lines get trotted out to just re-cement the status quo? That can actually be a metaphor for the entire Israel-Palestine conflict, but it's been particularly noticeable in the past week. There was the initial shock of Hamas's attack on Israel, and the reaction from much of the international community was to pretty much give Israel carte blanche in terms of retaliation and revenge. But then the retaliation and revenge started, and people saw, again, the military power which Israel possesses, and how retaliation, ostensibly against Hamas, is actually collective punishment for the people of Gaza. And so out come the scripts, the ones which acknowledge what's happening in Gaza without telling Israel to stop.
And just what is the international community doing to stop the horrific and inhumane treatment of Palestinians?
Mr. Speaker, I again just gently point out to the honourable gentleman that the entity responsible for the suffering we are seeing is Hamas and Hamas.
Or the script which raises the issue of international law and the rules of engagement, but still points the finger elsewhere.
That there's no justification for that terror, that Israel has the right to defend itself in line with international and humanitarian law. At the same time, that it is urgent to provide humanitarian aid to the civilians in Gaza, also victims of Hamas.
You would like to see a humanitarian corridor that allows some of the 2 million Gazans out of the area?
Yes.
You would like to see humanitarian supplies brought into Gaza?
Yes.
So you do not agree with the Israeli total siege of the Gaza Strip?
I'm confident that Israel is going to act under the rules of war. There's a standards that democratic institutions and countries go by.
Biden's interview with CBS's Scott Pelley appeared to walk back some of the earlier talk about Israel defending itself. But actually, it was just reverting back to those old scripts.
Would you support Israeli occupation of Gaza at this point?
I think it'd be a big mistake. Look, what happened in Gaza, in my view, is Hamas and the extreme elements of Hamas don't represent all the Palestinian people. And I think that it would be a mistake for Israel to occupy Gaza again.
Do you believe that Hamas must be eliminated entirely?
Yes, I do. But there needs to be a Palestinian Authority. There needs to be a path to a Palestinian state.
And that's just US policy. It's been actively pursued since the Clinton administration in the late 90s and broadly supported since Carter in the late 70s. Unfortunately, that position has never turned into anything tangible. Will anything change this time? Well, there's plenty of feeling all over the world about the rights of both sides to exist and indeed to defend their existence. But for something to actually change, for the root cause to be addressed rather than just the symptoms, someone's going to need to rewrite the scripts for that.